Welcome. In this video, we are going to see how we can make use of Azure speech service for generating a transcript from an audio or video file to a text. Now, in this video, we'll see how we can create a Azure speech service resource in Azure portal. Then we'll create a .NET Core wrapper API, which will communicate with the Azure service. Um, in in this API, we are going to send audio or a video file uh, to the API, and which will in turn send us back the uh, the translated or a transcribed text into a structured JSON format. And finally, we'll be testing our API through Postman. So let's go ahead and check the Azure portal for creating the Azure speech service. As you can see, now I am at Azure portal. All you have to do is you go to the Azure AI Foundry, and you can see in the more service section you will see a speech service over here. Let's go ahead and click on it. uh, Now these steps are pretty standard. I already have one created for myself, but if you want to create a new one for yourself, just go ahead and click on create button, and then you can just follow the instructions. Once you do that, Azure will create your speech service, and for me it is already created. So one is already created for me. Let me go ahead and click on it. Now as you can see, I already have the endpoint which is required for communicating with this service, and then I have the keys which are required during the invoking of this particular service. If you just click on this, you can see the keys over here, also the endpoint. So let's check our .NET Core wrapper API. So as you can see, I have created a method here. Before this method, I would just like to point out that I have created a new controller here. You can create your own controller based on your business use case. So now let's get back onto this method. So here I have marked that method as video to text, and I have just named the method as convert, which accepts a parameter of iForm file. Now in this parameter we'll send the video file, and then through this video file we'll first be converting it into an audio file, and then from audio file we'll be extracting the text. So as you can see in the next line, the check is pretty standard. We are just checking if there is no file, update the user with a appropriate statement. In the second line, you can see we are creating a temporary file path for saving the uploaded video. Now here we are trying to save the video. Once this is done, what we'll do is we'll create an audio file from the video file which we have. Now this is a separate method which I have created, so let's go and check this method out. Now, now you see in this method I'm using the ffmpeg to extract the audio from the video file, and as you can see here, in this method I've in I've configured the process first. These are the different arguments which you need to set in order for you to use the ffmpeg to get the required audio. So once this is done, I'm not going into the each and every detail. I've already mentioned my comments here. You can go through and implement your code reading that. Then the output of this method is an audio file, an audio wave file. So once this process is completed, you will get whatever video file which you have uploaded, or the path which you have mentioned here. So that gets converted, and it is returning you the string of the audio file which gets generated uh, through the FFmpeg process. Now let me go back to the invoking method. So I think here we are. Yes, here we are. Now once you get uh, the the path of the file, here is another method which I have written to extract uh, the transcript from your audio file. So if we go and explore this method, so here we are sending the same path for the audio file, and as you can see, here I am setting up the key, uh, here I am setting up the region, and then I'm creating a speech configuration object through the key and the region. Once this is done, then I'm trying to read the audio file. uh, Once this is done, I'm creating a speech recognizer object for performing the transcription. um, so once the recognizer is created, we'll be using few different events from this recognizer to achieve our task. In the next line, we are just trying to create a string builder class object, because we will be storing our text into this object itself. Um then we have created a task completion source, and this is going to signal whether the recognition is complete or not. Now as you can see here, there are different events for the recognizer, and I am mainly making use of the recognized event. Here once the recognition is completed, what we are doing is we are reading the text from the audio file and it into our string builder object. Once this process is done, uh, this process is complete, we are simply returning the transcript back to the main method. So let me go back, and so here we get our final transcript. Now I'm deleting in these next two lines, I'm deleting all the temporary files which got created during this process, and all I'm doing in the end is just sending the transcript back to the user. So now let's test our application. Now for testing, I'm using the Postman. So I've created one request. As you can see, I mentioned the name of my method as video to text. So the same method I have mentioned. Since it was a HTTP post, I have marked here my method as an HTTP post. I am using form data. Why? Because I have to upload a video file. So this is the name of the parameter which I have mentioned in my method, and this is the video file which I am uploading here. Okay, now if I click on send, uh, it should give me the the text result back, whatever audio which is there, speech which is there in this file. So let's do that. I'm sending the request, and let's see what response do we get back here. So as you can see, we have got a 200 OK response, which is we have a successful uh, run of our API, and you see here we have got a text. Now what I exactly was saying is, hi, in this video we are going to see how we can convert this video into an audio file and then use the same audio file for generating the transcript. So let's see, and in this video we are going to make use of Azure uh, speech service. You can see, as you can see, we'll make use of this service. So as you can see, whatever I recorded here in this file, it has generated a text transcript out of that. And this is what we wanted to achieve through speech service of Azure. So yeah, this is how it would work. So thank you.